Hello, everyone. And how is everyone doing today? Hello, how is everyone doing today? Welcome to another powerful episode of Entrepreneurial Corners Live, the place where entrepreneurs, authors, visionaries come to gain clarity, confidence, and strategy for building purpose driven businesses. I am your host, Sharise N. Johnson Moore, and today's conversation is one you absolutely don't want to miss. If you're ready to be inspired, empowered, and reminded that you are enough, you're in the right place. Today, I am honored to welcome our special guest, Miss Wanda D. Hollis, also known as the Motivational Queen. Okay, Wanda D. Hollis is a motivational speaker, published author, media host, and certified business and transformation coach. She is the founder of the I Am Enough movement and the visionary behind the I Am Enough movement, I Am Enough Empowerment Expo, which empowers individuals and entrepreneurs to walk boldly in their purpose, confidence, and resilience. She's also the host and producer of I Am Enough talk show, The Winning Evening News, and the Mastermind Experience podcast, and author of I Am Enough, an empowerment journey through poetry and affirmations. Please help me welcome the one and only Wanda D. Hollis. Hello, Miss Wanda, and how are you doing today?
Woo! I need, I'm extra. I am doing well. I am doing super well, super fantastic. All the great words that the dictionary allows to use. Yeah, I'm great. And thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're so welcome. You are so welcome, Miss Wanda. So we are so happy that you are here. You have blessed us with your presence. And Wanda, we want those who may not know you to first timers, tell us a little about yourself and the journey that led you to becoming the motivational queen.
That is a very layered question, but I'm gonna do my best to answer about my journey. Well, first of all, I grew up in Detroit, Michigan. Was raised by the village and my grandparents, and spent a lot of time in the community. And I think that's where I get my roots from, the community, because they had a Shell gas station, and we were just engulfed in the community. Being being from the urban city, seeing a lot of things and been exposed to a lot of things. And it led me on a journey of self employment, being on my own in a very early age. My first endeavor was into a network marketing company. That's where I started my very first business. I was in college. I said, I don't want to go to school. I want to go to work. So I kind of dropped out, but later went back. But that's what started my journey as an entrepreneur. It really did. Being in network marketing, it teaches you how community works, and it teaches you how mindset works. So that was a long journey for me. And there I have spoken on many stages, around thousands of people. And I was fortunate to meet some of my people that I admire and look up to, like the Les Browns of the world. I met him on my journey, Deepak Chopra. I had these unique experiences that really taught me about the value of people. So I'll say that's a very core part of my journey, just knowing how valuable people are, and how important connections are. And as I traveled in that road, it just led me into multiple things. The list is so long, Sharise Johnson, where I just, to go through it in my mind gives me a headache. So I imagine I don't want to bore everybody with that, but let's just say I've done a lot, from real estate to brick and mortar businesses to network marketing to online stuff. And currently, in this space now that I'm in, doing a lot of stuff online and helping people, write books and get published, and just having fun. I call it fun, fun that earns income.
Amen. Amen. Earning income, right? So the I Am Enough movement has inspired so many people. What inspired you to create it, and why is this message so important to you?
Yes, the I Am Enough movement started about 2015, somewhere in there, where I wrote my first book. I Am Enough. It's an empowerment journey through poetry and short stories. Well, at that time, I was life was upside down on me. I was not, things weren't working out. As in this journey of entrepreneurship, there's lots of valleys and dips and peaks and all this stuff. Well, I was in a valley, and that valley taught me how to press. So it was my strongest message of do not quit on yourself no matter what. So I started in that philosophy of I am enough. That's my signature poem in my book. And I just wanted to assure people that no matter what you're going through, you still can make it. And so that was in 2015, I believe, when we wrote that first book. I have a copy of it right here. This first book right here is magical. And that was um that was the turning point of my I want to say this. That kind of got me laser focused on my mission.
Mm-hmm.
My mission is to daily to pour into people about their value,
Mm-hmm.
and never ever losing sight of what your value is, no matter what you may be going through. So
Yes.
I had, at that time, I was going through losing my home. My car was in, I had pawned my car. Y'all remember car title pawns? I
Mm-hmm.
pawned my car. I was on my mother's couch, and that was devastating for me because I was the lender. And then to become on the flip side of that, I was devastated. I actually, funny story, I moved in my mother's house without even asking her. I just was bringing a whole bunch of stuff, putting it in the basement, and
Mm-hmm.
then I just flopped on the couch, and I had locks at the time, and I started picking out my locks. And that journey took me to the studio, and I did my first spoken word soundtrack. So it also, and I was still working, guys, but I had built up so many great relationships to where my assistant was then picking me up, was like, I got you, Miss Wanda, I got you. I was still being, instrumental in the community, but that being, when life kind of like hit me upside down, it really gave me the strength to push more.
Yeah.
So that's where that journey started, and that's where that message just amplified in those moments of me being at, I would say, my unsettling points of life.
Oh, okay. Okay. And as an entrepreneur, what were some of the that we could possibly say that was like the biggest storm you've walked through while building your business and brand?
Well, that was definitely one of the storms.
Mhm.
Another storm was in 17, when my mom passed. My mom, my grandmother, my grandfather, they all passed within 5 months from each other.
Ooh.
So that was another thing that really taught me how to keep pressing no matter what. being that I am independent and self-employed, when life kind of takes the wind out of your sail, you have a decision to make.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in that storm, it led me to creating the first volume of Wake Up Winning,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what, because losing is not an option. In
Yes.
that moment, in that storm, I had to really say, what's next?
Yeah.
And that what's next for me was to keep creating,
Yes.
so that's what that was all about.
Okay. As you wear many hats, speaker, coach, author, media host, how do you stay aligned and focused while managing multiple roles?
Great question. Part of alignment for me is being very intentional.
Hmm.
I can't be aligned to something that I'm not concerned with.
Hmm.
So that alone will keep me focused when my alignment, when I'm being very intentional. So as I wear these different hats, it may seem like it's a lot of different hats, but it's really not. It's really just one hat. And under that hat, there's like many things going on. But
Hmm.
the main hat is just to always be that strength of empowerment, to
Hmm.
always know that people matter, to
Yes.
always be a good listener and friend and community servant. Like
Hmm.
all of those things fall under that umbrella, that hat, and then I just do the work accordingly. So there is of course this management of things, but because it is aligned directly with my purpose,
Hmm.
it's not difficult. It's not difficult. It's just that I've gotten real clear on what I want.
Yes. You know, it has to do with that mindset, the mindset. And, what shifts do entrepreneurs need to make in order to truly win in both business and in life? So
Absolutely.
what's the mind shift that entrepreneurs need to make?
Yeah, you clearly have to make a decision. I say to anybody, write the word decision down. Just write that word out and look at it and study it. Because every day you walk into this decision of, what do I do? And when you decide to do something, you're either deciding to do it for your good or for your detriment. And it's just a matter of choice. So
Hmm.
as an entrepreneur, you have to always stay focused on loving what you do. A lot of times you lose focus because you simply, it gets to be a burden, and you have to strike that matchup to make it be exciting. And you
Yeah.
can't go off of emotions, you have to go off of a plan.
Yes.
Emotions is that thing that can confuse us, because emotions is all about how you feel, but as it comes to growing into being an entrepreneur, it's not about how you feel,
Yeah.
it's about what do you want to accomplish. And as an entrepreneur, you have to be very clear on what you want, make your goals, make your plans, and be held accountable to those plans that you make, because those are the things that will keep you grounded and will keep you going, propelling ahead. And if you stumble, it's okay, because you'll just get up and you keep going.
Hmm.
Entrepreneurship is not about always knowing what to do, it's just
Hmm.
always about doing something.
Yes, it is. It is putting a plan together and
Absolutely.
sticking to that plan no matter what. And as you are a John Maxwell team certified coach, what are some common mistakes you see entrepreneurs make when it comes to growth and accountability?
One of the And shout out to John Maxwell, super, super sweet mentor. Um, One of the most common mistakes is not having a mentor or a coach.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of entrepreneurs, they want to do it all by themselves and they lack the understanding of what how important it is to have someone that you trust and that
Mm-hmm.
can hold you um, true to that whatever that is you're creating. You have to get in the room as an entrepreneur. You got to get in the room of
Mm-hmm.
like-minded individuals and or build a team
Mm-hmm.
that will tell you the truth,
Right.
because you sometimes we think we know everything and
Mm-hmm.
you know nothing, and then that will keep you stuck in your mess.
Yes.
So if you have someone that can be straightforward with you and tell you, hey, this is good, this is not good, maybe work on this, work on that,
Yes.
you will make better choices, and then you will have better success.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I find to be the most disturbing part of being an entrepreneur. Plus, you have different types of entrepreneurs. I know you didn't ask me that question, but I just want to elaborate on this. So you have the entrepreneurial spirit that may be all in, and you may have the entrepreneurial person
Mm-hmm.
or the entrepreneur that is kind of wavering
Yes.
on their decision to be all in.
Yeah.
As the best advice I can say is to be all in.
Mm-hmm.
And every day you have to have rituals that will make you stay all in.
Yeah.
And especially if you have other options. See, for me, the boat is sailing and there's
Mm-hmm.
no dock to return to.
Right. Right.
that's
Say we full time.
that's the difference. The
Yeah.
boat is out there,
Mm-hmm.
and I gotta make it to the next point, to the next port, and
Yeah.
there's no way that I could retreat. It
Yeah.
just doesn't happen.
Yes. Yes. So true. So true. Many of our viewers struggle with visibility and confidence. What advice would you give entrepreneurs who feel called to do more but hesitate to show up boldly?
Yeah. So confidence is one of those things. It's like a muscle. So if anybody is on here, if anybody catches this later in watching it, I just want you to remember that just like how you go to the gym and
Mhm.
you have to get your body in conditioning,
Yes.
that is what it looks like to gain confidence. It's that constant work at the confidence level. And so where you see, and that might be something as simple as going into a room that you've never gone into before. Like going into like a networking event by yourself. Because normally you say, like, I don't like to go to network, or you may go, but you don't say anything. So it may be those small steps of you saying, I am not only am I going to go, but I'm gonna
Mhm.
meet one new person.
Yeah.
And then the next time you say, I'm gonna meet two people and three
Oh,
people and four
yeah.
people. And then as you start to do that, then you gain that confidence.
Hmm.
It could be, they say, they're saying eat the frog first. It's all about do the hard thing first.
Yes.
That's another trick to gaining confidence. Don't keep putting it off. If that's the hardest thing that you need to do it first.
Yeah.
Do it. Don't wait to do it. Do it
Hmm.
now. My philosophy is do it now. Anything that you can do it now. That's another thing that will help you gain your confidence. And as far as visibility, like how we're doing this podcast now,
Hmm.
you have to, as an entrepreneur, it has to be your business to get in front of people. Your business has to be to tell people that you're not a secret agent,
Yeah.
that you are here to win, that you are laser focused, that you got the good. So if you don't get excited about your shit, then why should anybody else get excited about it?
Right.
You got to be so excited that they'll say, you know what?
Uh huh.
That's that I'm there. Like I'm
Yeah.
there and can't nobody stop me. That will
Right.
also make you gain confidence because you're excited.
Mm-hmm.
People come to me and I used to hear this a lot, Sharise. I used to hear nobody support me, nobody support me. Well, why should anybody support you when you don't support yourself? You gotta support you first. You gotta be
Preach.
your number one cheerleader.
Yeah.
When all is said and done,
Mm-hmm.
you got to say, you know what? I put it all on the line. I
Yeah.
called up every podcast. I called up every radio station.
Yeah.
I knocked on every door and
Yeah.
I told everybody about what I had going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to put it all on the line. I don't care what you're selling,
Mm-hmm.
if it's a digital product, if it's a brick and mortar coming out of a brick and mortar, if it's a thought process, if
Yeah.
it's you wanting to sell your book, it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter. You are the product.
Yep.
So if you can't sell yourself on you, then why should anybody else why should anybody else buy what you're pushing?
Right.
It's not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm sorry, I get a little fired up. I get a little fired up when we're talking about that kind of stuff.
Right. 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 Because I always say a closed mouth don't get fed. Right.
Closed mouth do not get fed.
Right.
And
And
you gotta be willing to, see, and that's you said something about confidence. When you go in there like that,
mm-hmm.
that will give you that courage and that confidence. That will feed again. That's that muscle that you
Mm-hmm.
constantly feeding. So the
Yeah.
more you say, listen, I got something to say. Okay. I talked to somebody the other day. They say, I don't know nothing about, or I don't like doing social media. Well, guess what? We are social media. So the thing about the
Mm-hmm.
social media is you got to be social
Right.
in the media.
Yep. You gotta be social.
You got to be
You know.
social.
Yeah.
So
That's.
you got to know how
Mm-hmm.
to, this game is very easy to play, but you got to be willing to go all in and play it.
Yep. Yep. You gotta play chess, not checkers.
Sometimes
Right.
it's both though.
Yeah. It is.
Chess and
Um.
checkers.
You
I
know.
mean, you just got to say, you know what? What's the tea for the day? Are we
Mhm.
moving this way? Are we moving that way? And just move.
Yeah.
Just keep it
Yeah.
moving.
Right. Like I give you this example. So I have this show, Entrepreneurial Corners, which I interview entrepreneurs, authors, creatives, they're doing those particular faith-based entrepreneurs, right? And I am in this authors group on Facebook, right? And I went in the group and I went in there and met some people and everything. And I like to do a lot of one-on-ones. I like to do one-on-ones. Okay, well I say, okay, would you like to do the show? I think you'd be a perfect guest. Talk to them, reach out to them, follow them, go in their DMs, then do the introduction about the show. I try not to keep that, to post, straight direct on a post, because that I think it's disrespectful when you pitch and woo in the post. Anyway, so I go and do private stuff, and a um I get no's. Sometimes I get no's for no. I get a no, and I be like, okay, well, I look at it like this. Well, I'll say this: it's your loss, not mine, because you're not looking at the opportunity. You're more looking at how much money you're spending. You're not looking at as an investment. It's I'm spending money I don't have or I don't want to spend. And the way that entrepreneurs need to think of it is I'm investing in myself. I'm investing in my next move. I'm investing in my next level. And it's about changing mindset of even how you see money, how you
Absolutely.
actually look at the money, how you actually look at what you're spending. Is it are you looking at as an investment, or are you looking at, well, I don't have the money right now, or I don't feel like spending that right now. And then I had to change my mindset when it came to me investing in myself, because I used to be one of those people that would say, oh, I don't have no money for that. I don't have any money for this, or And then I would make excuses. Oh, I gotta pay this bill, I gotta pay that bill. And I was like, I just chucked it up one day. I chucked it up last year. I chucked it up and did a major investment to be a speaker at a conference. And I paid like $1,600 to be a speaker at this conference for 3 days. And I had the most wonderfulest time and even entered a pitch competition. Okay. So that was my first for two things in one weekend. And I was like, so after that conference, I really said, you know what? I need to get back into what I'm doing. I was so busy last year with helping everybody else, helping doing them, helping them, motivate them. And it was like, you know what? I can't, I can't, how you say it? Everybody can't go with you. Everybody can't go with you when you thinking in that form of you want to help people. But if you don't want to help yourself, why should I help you?
Absolutely.
Sometimes. So that was my major move with thinking about the way I invest, the way I invest in myself. And faith and purpose played a huge role in your journey and mine. So how do you integrate faith into business without compromising authenticity?
Mm. Well, I don't think you should ever compromise your authenticity.
Mhm.
That's kind of like chasing a shiny object. How people like, like, oh, if this trendy, if it's this, then I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and then you end up being washed down. For me, I can never be somebody else. I can never be you. You can never be me. I could never be, the chick up the street, the dude around the corner. I could never be somebody else. So I'm not going to try to be anybody else. I'm just going to be me.
Mhm.
And without my faith, I would none of this would work. So it's kind of like one of those things go hand in hand.
Yes.
And I always talk about you can't have fear and faith at the same time. You got
Sure
to
can.
pick one. So
Mhm.
if I wake up every day and I'm choosing faith, I'm choosing to operate in a place of knowing, not
Mhm.
wondering, but knowing who I am,
Mhm.
knowing that the promise is mine, knowing that I can gain access, or that I have access to
Mhm.
whatever it is that I'm looking for, then that keeps me grounded.
Mhm.
That keeps me knowing that there's nothing
Yeah.
somebody can do to me
Right.
that I can't overcome. There's nothing
Mhm.
that that God won't bring me through, that my goddess won't bring me through, that my ancestors won't bring me through. There's
Mhm.
nothing that will stop me from winning except me.
Amen. Amen.
So
Yeah.
knowing that,
Yes.
I'm not afraid.
I
I'm
know, right?
you like who, what, why?
Mm.
No, no one can touch me
Right.
because they don't even have that type of access over me.
Right. Yes.
You once you decide
Yes.
that you are worthy and that you have
Mhm.
value,
Yes.
the only place that you can operate completely is
Hmm.
from your authenticity, from your authentic place.
Yes.
You can't, because people, this is another thing, Sharise,
Mhm.
people know a fraud when they hear one. This is the year of the Aquarian. So Aquarius, so you're not going to be under
Mhm.
keeping it under wraps.
Right.
The truth is going to come out. So
Hmm.
why not be truthful in who you are and
Yes.
stand totally up for yourself and just go after what it is that you want to accomplish.
I know, right? I know. Amen. You gotta be you. Make it do what it do for
Gotta
you,
be
right?
you.
Right. So, can you tell us about the I Am Enough Empowerment Expo and other projects you're currently working on?
Okay, so I had to get the little, I'm gonna start doing a little wiggle anytime somebody asks me about it. I'm just going,
Right.
listen, May 24th, 2026, mark your calendars.
Hmm.
Go right now and get your ticket. If you
Amen.
want to be whatever. Let me tell you what's gonna happen. So this is a very, very intentional type of excitement that's happening on that day.
Mm-hmm.
It's Memorial Day weekend,
Yes.
and the significance of that alone, when you think of Memorial Day, like what's Memorial Day about? It's about remembering and celebrating those that serve, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I said, wow, who
Yeah.
has better served you than your ancestors?
Right.
So
Yeah.
we're going to be acknowledging the ancestors. We're going to be writing the names of the people that have gone on, that we know are still empowering us to be strong, that we
Mm-hmm.
know that are still in our corner and ready for us to win. And we're also
Mm-hmm.
going to be helping people
Yes.
make decisions to
Mm-hmm.
whether it's start your business,
Yeah.
grow your business, partner, learning to partner with other people.
Yes.
We're going to be releasing our third volume of the book Wake Up Winning No Matter What, because losing is not an option.
Uh-huh.
And this is where all of this comes together under one space. So
Yes.
you will be able to learn from other people, connect with other people,
Mm-hmm.
grow. We're going to have something for the children to do. We got our children's corner of full of affirmations and just different things that they need to do, maybe starting businesses. Because as a community, we have to dive in deep to these pillars of success. And one thing is family,
Mm-hmm.
community, our finances, our health and wellness. Like all
Mm-hmm.
of these things matter. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're not looking to make an impact, if you're not looking to learn and grow and thrive, I didn't say survive because we don't do survival. We don't do anything low vibrational.
Yeah.
Nothing happens low vibrational. We are the eagles that fly high.
I know that's
Period.
right.
So we're going to have a I can't let y'all know all the things we're going to have, but we're going to have our designers going to be in the building,
Mm-hmm.
bringing us a showcase
Mm-hmm.
of the fashions. It's just going to be phenomenal. We're going to have entertainment. It's going to be phenomenal. I just can't say nothing that it's going to
Right.
be phenomenal.
I
and
know
and I'm
that's
loving it because we have this it's our time to show people what greatness is all about. And
amen.
it's not it's so fluid, but
Mm-hmm.
in my heart of hearts,
Mm-hmm.
it's about how we come together collectively
Yes.
and lean on each other and grow and look at that light and see that light shining through and
Yes.
coming in the rooms.
Mm-hmm.
I have people coming all the way in from California to this event,
Mm-hmm.
like just all around. And I can't wait till somebody call me and say, I'm coming in from Africa, or I'm coming in from Belize. I just
Mm-hmm.
can't wait to get those phone calls, because my heart, Sharise, I'm
Yes.
100% committed,
Yes.
dedicated, just so connected
Mm-hmm.
to this plan that
Yeah.
will help people see themselves. The
Right.
subtitle is Remembering Who We Are.
Mm-hmm.
Remembering who we are. We already got everything we need. Sometimes we get disconnected in this world and we take
Mm-hmm.
in the wrong pill. What they say, red pill, blue pill. I don't know which one is what,
Right.
but when we remember who we are,
Mm-hmm.
we can do anything.
Amen. Amen. We
So
can.
this is the day to remember who you
Yes.
are.
Yes.
This is the day to connect. We're gonna have, like, we're in this AI era, and I guess kind of tickled when people say I don't like AI. You've
Mhm.
been in AI for a long time,
You
and
don't
you
even
just
realize it
wasn't
yet.
paying attention. You
Right.
wasn't paying attention when you went through those, when you went through those checkouts and you were swiping your
Mm-hmm.
food, and you put the
Mm-hmm.
food in the bag, and you
Right.
did that, and you walked out the door, and
Mm-hmm.
you've been in AI, Sharice.
Yep.
I come from the
Mm-hmm.
old fashioned gas station.
Right.
What do they have now? They have AI gas.
Yeah.
Been had it for a long time. What do?
Yeah.
pull up and you pump it yourself. I
Yeah.
hated that. I
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
service. I like people coming
Mm-hmm.
to wait on me.
Yeah.
That's AI, guys.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yep.
know, well, what do you think Ubering and your food being delivered to
Right.
you and all of this stuff?
Groceries. The
So
groceries.
we're gonna be learning
Yeah.
how the benefits will help you be successful
Yeah.
in whatever your endeavors are.
Amen.
Your artificial intelligence can act as an assistant because the
Mm-hmm.
intelligence
Yep.
still comes from us.
Yep.
We are the one that feeds the machine.
Right.
So
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I know that's right. You
AI,
with
the
it.
I Am Enough Empowerment Expo, May 24th, 2026, at the Holiday Inn in Stockbridge. Your life will change because you will change.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Bam.
Yep. 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 So, as we come to this moment of finding out who we are, for someone watching right now who feels stuck or discouraged, what's one powerful truth you want them to walk away with today?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's all just take a deep breath here.
Mm-hmm.
You see, you see
Mm-hmm.
that?
Yes,
That's life.
I know that's
That's
right.
you.
Mm-hmm.
That's everything. That's everything in knowing that you made it this far.
Amen.
And it's okay if you feel stuck. It's okay
Yeah.
if you ran across and you head was, knocked up against the wall a few times. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But what's not okay is for
Right.
you to quit. What's not
I know,
okay is
right?
for you to give up on yourself. What's not okay is for you not to believe in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I want anybody listening or
Mm-hmm.
that will listen
Yeah.
to remember that no matter what you've gone through, as
Mm-hmm.
long as you're still standing, you
Mm-hmm.
can turn it around. As long as you are willing
Mm-hmm.
to love yourself like
Amen.
nobody has ever loved you before,
Mm-hmm.
you can turn it around.
Amen.
And getting with the right people. I know you asked me one thing, but I just want to say this. It's so important to have somebody
Mm-hmm.
that you can connect with that will be that strength sometimes that you might not have.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I think we've come into play as I could be your strength while
Mm-hmm.
you feeling weak.
Amen.
I can be
Amen.
your strength while you feeling weak.
Amen. I know
But
that's
you
right.
but because together we're much stronger together. We go
Amen.
much further together.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that we can just build the village together.
Yes, I know that's right. Hey. So, Wanda, before we wrap up, let our audience know how they can connect with you, follow your work, and potentially work with you.
Well, audience, I just want to say first, thank you. Thank you for giving me your most precious asset, and that is time.
Mhm,
Time is something that you can't get back. So I
mhm,
pray that you saw value in this discussion. I
mhm,
pray that you take action
mhm.
in your decision to win.
Amen.
How you get in touch with me is very simple. I'm all over social media. Best way to reach me is through my email. I am enough talk show at gmail.com. And that's enough, because I'm everywhere and there's no excuse. And I don't look for everybody to get in contact with me or that want to get in contact with me, but for whomever is looking for me, I'm looking for you.
Amen.
Whoever wants to go to the next level, let's go.
Mhm,
I am an accountability coach. That means that I put strategies together, I
mhm.
hold you accountable, and we get stuff done. I normally use another colorful word, but I'm going to say stuff right
Good.
now.
Right.
Okay.
Good.
Um,
Right.
I get stuff done. We get stuff done. And if you want help in getting stuff done, then
Hmm.
just reach out to me. I'm not hard to find.
Amen.
Currently, we do still have some openings for the book. If you want to be a co-author, that window is closing very fast, but that is still available. So anybody that wants to participate in that will be great. We can talk about that at another time, but or just reach out to me at the email that's showing across the screen. That's I am enough talk show at gmail.com. And outside of that, I'm in these streets winning. So
Right?
if you want to win, then come on, let's win together.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Amen. Amen. Ms. Wanda, we thank you for your presence and your time. I want to say this, but I want to say this before we close out. If you need a accountability coach, you need a media instructor to teach you how to present yourself in a media setting, how to do interviews, how to do your launching of your books, how to, get interviews, things of that nature. Please check out Miss Wanda D. Hollis because she's an excellent coach. She is my coach for my second book, Coming to Loving Yourself. The study is a Coming to Loving Yourself study guide. She helped me, she coached me through that, and she is my media coach for all that you see that I produce. This is my coach that helped me when I first got started. So I don't, how could I say it? I invested in myself to invest it. You got to invest in yourself if you want to go to the next level, and you need the right coach, and Miss Wanda is the coach for you. So I want to thank you, Miss Wanda, for allowing us your presence today. And this has been such an empowering conversation. Thank you so much, Miss Wanda D. Hollis, for pouring into our audience and remembering us, reminding us that we are enough and winning is possible. To everyone watching, make sure you connect with Miss Wanda D. Hollis, follow her journey, and take advantage of the resources that she shared with us today. This has been Entrepreneurial Corners Live, where purpose meets strategy, vision turns into action. Until next time, keep showing up, keep building, and keep walking boldly in your calling. All right, we love you all, and everyone have a blessed night. All right, everyone. All right.